참지 못하고 이렇게 나 천천히 빠져가는 건지 침착하려고 잘 보이려고 노력하는 내 모습 어떨지 몰라도 설명할 수 없는 감정들 뿐인데 난
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists who have low subscribers and low views, as well as talented artists from around the world. Now once again, I have no idea or the reason why they have low subscribers or have low views, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now today, I'm doing my best to upload 8 reactions, and it's going to be a long process because I do my reactions in the morning, I do the editing in the afternoon, and I do the uploading in the evening. So depending on what time I start depending on what time it's going to upload. I started really early yesterday because there was a lovely morning sun. As you know that we're getting to the winter, so the lighting will change. So at one point you might have this light on, and the other point you might not have the light on at all because there's enough light just drawn through. So today there's enough light coming through, so I'm doing my best to do my reactions before the sun goes in, or indeed down, or indeed when the clouds go over and creates this massive kind of dark contrast. So I'll just get a little bit of explanation from that. If this is your first time coming over to my channel, please go over to my homepage, check out the multiple amount of talented artists from around the world, as well as talented artists with low subscribers and low views. If you work your way from the bottom all the way up to the top, you will not be disappointed. I promise you that. If you do work your way from the bottom up to the top, please leave some messages for these particular artists. They truly do deserve it. They are absolutely wonderful and amazing talented artists, and just to have an interaction with them, you won't be disappointed in any of that factor. If you are an artist or indeed know an artist, please come over to my community page, leave your links and I will check it out. I do respond to all of my messages, so you will not be missed. If you want to connect with me on any other social media platforms, go over to my about page, there's a number list there. You can connect with me on Instagram, Uncle Momo Music Reactions. If you do connect with me on Instagram, please leave a voice message. I would love to hear your voice. I see your messages, I see your logos, I see your face. Just to have the cherry on top will be to hear your voice. Now I'm going to bounce over to various countries, not in any particular order. So I'm going to go to a particular country, react, bounce to another country and react, might go back to that particular country, react, and so I'm just being very sporadic, and I'm loving it at the moment. I'm now going to do some comments. I've been reading some comments all the way through my reactions. So here's some more. If we go down, MG, Kaza, aka Crying. So you want me to react to Crying? I will check that out. I think Kaza is an absolutely amazing artist, and she really surprised me with her stage presence and the seriousness plus the comedic side of it as well. So it's really entertaining to watch her. I want to hear I'm looking for a heartfelt track and an upbeat track of hers, and I will react to her, so watch out for that one. Nat Marin, how you doing, mate? Total 15 million views for this video. Very strange, great video, especially in the beginning where the rhythm is slow. Now he's talking about Lit with Lay. That is an absolutely, Lay, if you don't know, is a part of the EXO band members. There's 9 of them, which I thought there was 7 of them, but there's 9 of them, and I'm carrying an individual reaction on their individual talent. Together they're amazing, but for me it was hard for me to see the individual craft because there was so much happening with, imagine, 9 members in a boy band. They've only got, if you realize there's only about less than 4 minutes per video, there's only a little bit that they can do, and a little bit so much they can do together, as in a track and the chorus and the verse and the middle eight and so forth, and the dance and the routine. So it was moving, it was very lovely, it was very vibrant, but it was very hard to identify. It's like going fishing with a swarm of fishes and you can't even get a fish. It was like that. There was lovely artists. They was all moving around, but just to identify one and identify their craft, it was very hard for me. So it was a blessing that they were doing all their own individual projects. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, and that was the response for that one. Going on, Helen Prohakia, I hope I'm getting that right. Responding to the Antitilla people are like ships. Guys, thank you so much for this reaction. This song has a deeper meaning. It has the idea that we cannot judge each other as we all try to float. And we are moving as long as the waves are taking us somewhere. I understand that totally. The sea is unpredictable. Sometimes the rats get on the ships and we don't notice them gaining us, or I think it says, what's that? GAN wind. I think notice gaining or gain wind. Don't know what that is. Us from the inside. We may not get back to shore, and we know it, but still everyone deserves or desires to know the truth hidden in the ocean. So we set sailing. I totally get what you're saying there. I had kind of like the same kind of metaphor when I was watching the video. Please see it if you don't mind. I know that you have. I'm talking about to the main to other subscribers that haven't seen it yet. He is an absolutely amazing artist, and when you see his titles, it's much more when you see the video. I always predict that the video is going to be like this, and it never is, and it never disappoints. His brain, whoever does the editing on the video, is absolutely amazing. I will read out some more comments later on, but for now, we are now going on to back to South Korea. With Afternoon, followed by is J Park, pH-1, Golden. Golden is an amazing female artist, and pH-1 is an absolutely amazing rapper. J Park is a dancer, rapper, a singer, producer. He's got his own record label, and I believe this has come from the Higher One record label, which he owns. So, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
Baby 눈을 감아 이제 더는 없어 drama 어디 가도 너만 찾아 손을 잡고 멀리 떠나자 I'ma love you in the morning and in the evening and even in the afternoon In the morning and in the evening and even in the afternoon 언제부턴지 참지 못하고 이렇게 나 천천히 빠져가는 건지 침착하려고 잘 보이려고 노력하는 내 모습 어떨지 몰라도 설명할 수 없는 감정들 뿐인데 난 If you ever leave 모든 걸 잃은 듯 슬퍼할 내 모습이 Oh no, no, no Baby 눈을 감아 이제 더는 없어 drama 어디 가도 너만 찾아 손을 잡고 멀리 떠나자 I'ma love you in the morning and in the evening and even in the afternoon In the morning and in the evening and even in the afternoon It's alright 분위기 잡아봐 girl It's alright 고민을 내려놔 oh 나는 바라는 게 없어 네 마음 Yeah my love is real 간절히기도 해 Can you love me too 난 네가 필요해 너를 떠날 일은 없어 my girl 너 그만 yeah 설명할 수 없는 감정들 뿐인데 난 If you ever leave 모든 걸 잃은 듯 슬퍼할 내 모습이 Oh no, no, no. I'ma love you like a 멀리 지금마저 멀리 떠나자들만을 위해서 준비된 party 딴 생각은 trunk 안에 drop top Guys whipping through the city like a cop car Got plenty of cash in the bag 하고픈 거 다 내 앞에 있을 때 모두 확실히 돼 Welcome to the lifestyle you've been dreaming like forever 찾은 대신 눈 속에 눈을 감아 이제 더는 없어 drama 어디 가도 너만 찾아 손을 잡고 멀리 떠나자. I'ma love you in the morning and in the evening and even in the afternoon. In the morning and in the evening and even in the afternoon.
That was Afternoon with Jay Park, Golden and pH-1. This is the first time that I've seen pH-1 sing. He's normally rapping, so it was really good. And he dances as well, but you know what? If you're going to be signed to Jay Park, then that's those three attributes that you would be expected for him, because he's got the is it the 10 million? The dance crew, or is it 100 million? They're called the dance crew. So PH, I think any person that's signed to Jay Park's label, they'll have to do. You'll be training doing the singing. You'll be training doing the dancing. Training doing the the rapping as well. I just thought that pH-1 was normally. I saw pH-1 with Neon, Naughty. Is it Naughty B or Nasty B? No, it's Naughty B, I believe. Silky C, Silky. Ugly Duck, and who was the other one that was in that I'm missing out on? There's another artist that I'm missing out on. I can't. But yeah, he's normally rapping on the. Look at Purge. So to see that he's doing, he's got a voice. This is like, you didn't warn me about. I wasn't prepared for this. If you can tell me, if no one in my subscribers said, hey, by the way, pH-1 he sings as well. 2020, Maria, you didn't tell me about this. They are absolutely amazing. I mean, I wouldn't, you know what, the thing is, what I understand from South Korea, that there's a number of agencies or academies, so to speak, that when you go in there, it shows you all about the singing, the writing, all the craft of to becoming an entertainer, as well as interviews and all that kind of elements. And it is a massive construction of manufacturing a artist. And so it's almost like you go in, a normal person, you come out like a Ken or a Barbie doll, constructed to the way how it is. And the way how I understand it from Jay Park, he went into a young age, he escaped from that, or he was what's the word? He was not a rascal, I can't work. When you're young and there's certain things that you just like, you don't want to take part in, you don't want to do, and you want to express yourself more. And I think that's what Jay Park was doing. He wanted to express himself more in the rapping style, where it wasn't available at that time when he wanted to do it. So he became very rebellious. That's the word. He came rebellious in his craft, because he wasn't allowed to express himself in that kind of way. So he took it upon himself to do his own label, and quite rightly so. And from him doing that, there's a lot of artists that's followed suit in that kind of way as well. That is over in South Korea. So hats off to all of you who's followed suit and doing your own kind of thing. And in doing your own thing, you've opened the gates so massively that there is a number of brilliant talented artists who would only be recognized if they went through to the academy, that you are now taking on and you're bringing into your kind of academy and developing them in a lovely way. There's a lovely amount of, I thought it was Simon Domino that was leading the way until I was introduced to Jay Park. And see what Jay Park was doing from that kind of franchise, and it's just blew me apart. It really has. Kim Hoodie, you're absolutely amazing. Golden, I heard Golden doing a couple of the backing vocals, but she didn't have her own shining part there for her to sing and do her own thing. But if you look into Jay Park and look at his YouTube channel, you see so many different kind of collaborations, and you have an absolutely amazing time in just going through them as well. What I love about Jay Park, and he's the first one that to show me this kind of fusion between English language and his native language in South Korea, Korean. And it does it so well, because I believe, it's lovely to say this, that South Korea is stuck in this kind of lovely time walk of the 80s and 90s R&B and soul, and it just shines so lovely. It's like they're almost taking the good bits out of all the R&B and the soul elements and just put it together and having this lovely jam thing. And I said this so many times, if you want lovely R&B, go over to South Korea. Listen to South Korean music and you will not be disappointed in the R&B and the soul elements of the thing. Hip-hop is always going to be hip-hop from around the world. Everybody's got their own craft and everything else, but it's very hard to duplicate good R&B. And South Korea are just leading the way for just the smashing and developing and redeveloping R&B and the soul vibe. It's normally what is that when you want good R&B, you go over to the States and to listen to some really good R&B because they know so naturally do it. But how mad and how lovely is to say that if you want good in R&B, go to South Korea. And I am now checking out Indonesia because I believe that they can bring the same element. Yeah, I haven't actually found that. I'm seeing some heartfelt songs and really lovely ballads, but I know somewhere in there, there is go over to my page and check out, type in Stay. That's Thomas and Anisha. They do a lovely R&B track. They're Indonesian, and that's what led me to Indonesia to try and check out a little bit more. But let's not take away from Afternoon and what that represents and what this track represents on a wider scale of things. Is that you do not have to go through academy, even though J Park did, and he got his construction, he's got his obedience, and from there. But if you go straight to J Parks and the likes of those other record companies who have been training that way, they're going to train you but have that kind of relaxed rather than it being militant. So it is going to be an absolute brilliant and excited wait to see what J Park's new artist is going to bring on the table and what new tracks is going to be put on and what other collaborations he's going to be taking out. But for now, this is brilliant. And for that reason, I salute you, sir. Fabulous track.
I'ma love you like a molly. 지금 아주 멀리 떠나자들만을 위해서 준비된 party. 난 생각은 truck 안에 drop top. Guys whipping through the city like a cop car. Got plenty of cash in the bag. 하고픈 거 다 내 옆에 있을 때 모두 확실히 돼. Welcome to the lifestyle you've been dreaming like forever. 사진 대신 두 노을 속에 이제 더는 없어 드라마 어디 가도 너만 찾아 손을 잡고 멀리 떠나자